I'm Mary Davidson. It's our community, and I want you to meet Carol Flynn. Carol Flynn and I are going to talk about the best bargain in Johnson County with the most benefits. And Carol is a board member of the Brown and Gold Club at Johnson County Community College. Welcome, Carol.
Thank you.
I'm delighted you could come, and we're going to get right to it. And I'm going to say, because I'll bet you a lot of our neighborhood doesn't know that there is a Brown and Gold Club, and what is it, and who can join?
Well, the Brown and Gold Club is a club for anyone that lives in Johnson County that's over 55 years of age and willing to admit it. The club has all sorts of activities that go on through the whole year, and it's open to all Johnson County residents.
But it's not quite free.
No, we have. That's why I hesitate for just a minute, because the expense is terrible. It's $10 for a year, or 3 years for $25 to join our group.
So the bargain is a 3-year join.
Oh, absolutely. And there's 2 requirements. One is you have to be over 55 years of age, and you have to have resided in Johnson County for over 6 months. If you qualify that way, you're on.
Well, and you know, being a part of the college, if you don't do anything else, but come out here, you don't have to be a Brown and Gold person to come out and eat your lunch, but just to be a part of the college is, I don't know, I think it's kind of exciting. I would imagine that, and that is one of the other benefits, big benefit, and that is you can take classes for free if they don't fill.
That's true. Actually, that's the thing that sets us apart from every other kind of club or organization for the senior citizen. We are privileged to be able to take any college class here at the college, free of charge, space available. And you know, if you still don't know how to turn on your computer, if you're trying to brush up a little bit on your Spanish, if you have always wanted to study a particular period of history, this is all open to you, free of charge. Now, I need to qualify that this is for the real, honest-to-God college classes only, not for our enrichment classes.
Right.
You even get a break on those too, though. There's a discounted price if you take the enrichment classes. But for the real college classes here, you are totally free.
And, you know, I've done this, so I know that it works well. But the nice part about it is that you don't have to be nervous about taking a test. You don't have to be nervous about taking, because you really audit the class. And there's no stress. You go and you do the work and you enjoy yourself and you participate just like a regular student, but you don't have the stress of having to take a test or get a grade or do that kind of thing.
Another question I get asked frequently was, how do you feel being on campus as an older person? And I said, I'm sorry, but I don't even notice that I'm an older person when I'm out there on the college campus, because there are so many of us. It's a very diversified group of students here, and we add a lot to a class that we join because of our experience.
Well, I don't think there's any question about that, but I think that an interesting point to be made is that the average age of the student, regular students at Johnson County Community College, is going up. A lot of people who come here already have a degree, and they come back to the college to retool or get another specialty.
Well, that's one of the opportunities that's obviously available to us.
Mm-hmm.
We have an enrollment time coming up, and it's June the 4th.
June the 4th.
At 8 o'clock in the morning. And the first thing that you must be is a member of the Brown and Gold Club. You must be very careful that you don't try to enroll ahead of June 4th, because then that pushes you right away into the paying group. But if, and you can enroll online if you have previously taken a class with the college.
And have a student number.
And you got to have that student number.
Right.
But it can all be handled. You call the phone number here at the college, and we will send, if you ask for the Brown Gold office, and we will send you all the materials that you need to join. And you need to do that fairly early on.
Okay, so let's give these folks a timetable. They need to join right away. And $10 a year or 3 years for $25 is a real bargain. Join for 3 years, it's better. So join the Brown and Gold, and they can either do that online,
Right.
yes, or they can call the college at 469-8500
8500, right.
and
ask for the Brown and Gold
and
office.
ask for Brown and Gold office, and they will send the information. So, you know, if we're not computer literate, we don't have to worry, and we can get it by the mail.
You can also come out here to the college and
Pick it up.
Get the classes on that morning after 8 o'clock. So
June
June 4th.
the 4th.
That's right.
And to do, how do they, is there some, when they want to enroll online, they can do it on June the 4th after 8
After
o'clock.
8 o'clock in the morning.
And they can come online, and there's some link to the Brown and Gold. They'll ask you, are you a Brown and Gold member?
That's right.
Yeah. So they can't make it much easier than that.
It's one of our greatest benefits. So,
But there are others.
oh, there are. We have lots of fun.
That's right. And part of the others are trips.
Trips, and when we have also two types of classes that we have as the Brown and Gold Club. And one's called Gold Quest class, and that's a free class. And then we also have a class that's called a potpourri class. And
What's the Gold Quest class?
We have two of those coming up.
And what is that?
A Gold Quest class is a class that you don't have to enroll for. It's a one afternoon class, and it's usually from 1 to 3. That's its normal time span. And you don't have to enroll. You don't have to pay any money. You just show up. And the one that's coming up is on Alzheimer's. It's going to be an informational class on dealing with Alzheimer's, and it's going to be led by a professional. And it's right here at the college.
Well, and you know, those Gold Quest classes are about subjects that are topical for people that are over 55 usually.
True.
And I think that so many of us worry necessarily and unnecessarily, and these classes tend to get those things straightened out, and whatever it may be, we can handle a little easier, I think. That's only one more benefit. There are others.
Oh, absolutely. Well, one of the class benefits that I didn't mention before was that you can join. We have a health center here, and we have a whole set of classes that are available to the senior citizen and to the Brown and Gold Club free of charge. Once again, space available. And what they'll do is they will take your measure physically, map out a program for you, and then you go to the health center and you work out on a particular pattern that's been set up for you.
Now, if you do that, do you go through the Brown and Gold Club to do that, or do you go through the health center? How do you?
That's a matter of registration, just the same
You
as
register.
every, yeah,
Okay.
it's a regular class, and so you have to register for
And
it.
it's called
Um,
something about health or exercise. It would be in that section.
yes, it would. It's the exercise class that they have.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have regular trips that
I think trips is a really interesting part of the Brown and Gold.
well, we always have a trip to well, we always have one to the luncheon at the new theater restaurant, and that's done in the daytime, and that's good because we have so many people that are still working that are in our group. It's held on a Saturday afternoon, and if you want to join us for that trip, then you need to register early. Actually, we have one of the cheapest prices of any group in town to go to the performances.
Is one coming up soon?
Well, the one that's there right now, we've already filled. So now we're working on the next one, which is Becky's New Car is the next play that's coming up, and it's about a housewife that gets a little bit off the beaten path, and it's a comedy and the foibles that she runs into with the new car.
I think we need to pull out one thread here, and that is that you said it's already filled.
No, Becky's New Car isn't.
I understand that,
okay.
but the point is that you don't want to wait too long before you register for these things. If there is a trip coming up, or if there's a class that you want, particularly the trips, they do fill.
Some of them do, and then we always get the question, well, if you're full, why don't you just put another bus on? And the problem is we plan these trips far in advance. We usually have a meal involved in that situation, so there's a lot more planning than just the transportation that we have to get there.
You know, that's a lot of people, so it has to be a manageable group because nobody wants to be crowded and herded. So that's another, I think, big advantage, that the groups are not so large that you can't enjoy yourself. But if it's a trip, they better get registered. They can do that online?
They can do that online, but they also have to send money in. So we do not do a charge over the line.
Okay, so, but that's important to know.
Absolutely.
So if they want to register, then they call the office? Would that be the better thing to do?
Call the office. If they get our newsletter, there's an application right there in the newsletter for them, so that they can clip the application out, put their check with it, mail it in, and it's all done.
And your name's on the list. And once your name's on the list, you're good to go.
We have a series that we've been running. It's called Religions of the World, and we have a really nice trip coming up with that. Unlike some of our trips, you are going to go directly to the Greek church that we're heading for, and we're not putting a bus together here on the campus. But for $16, we're going to have a tour through the Greek church. They're going to explain all their symbolism and the icons and so on. The gift shop's going to be open, which is really a particularly wonderful little gift shop because it has all these artifacts that are interesting to purchase. And lunch for $16.
Can't beat that.
And you can't
Carol,
beat that.
that is wonderful.
And
think of the options and opportunities to see more of our community than we ever thought we could by going with the Brown and Gold Club.
Well, this is a follow-up with our religion series. We've already done some churches around town. We've gone to a Jewish temple and so on, and it's just follow-up on that particular topic.
Now we have the play coming up and the trip to the Greek Orthodox Church. Is there anything else coming up that we need to let these folks know?
Well, there's some things coming up. They're kind of in the future, but these really are popular and they sell out. We're going to have 2 baseball trips. We're going to have one to the Royals, and that's going to be on June 10th. We're going to the T-Bones on June 2nd. And both of those trips will fill up really rapidly.
The T-Bones games are really fun.
They are, because this is baseball in the old style.
In the old style. They're very family-oriented. They play games, and it's just very casual, and it is a load of fun to go to the T-Bone.
And then we have a theatrical trip that goes to Ararock. That's a little way down in Missouri here, and it's on June the 12th, and the next play is going to be The Producers. We're probably going to have another play later on in the summer, but we haven't scheduled that as yet.
The Brown and Gold Club has a website.
Oh, yes. We are online.
They're online, and they can check the website to see what's coming up.
They can, but if you send your $10 in, we're going to send you a monthly newsletter that not only contains all of these schedules, things of interest about the Brown and Gold Club, and things that are of interest to anyone that's a senior citizen, things that are going on here in Johnson County or maybe even in Kansas City, Missouri, but things that are of interest to senior citizens.
Well, see, and I think that everybody's beginning to get the idea that we're strongly encouraging everybody that's over 55 and has an interest in expanding their horizons and doing fun things and learning something you didn't know before to join the Brown and Gold Club.
Come meet new people,
learn
new things.
Do new things. It is $10 for 1 year, $25 for 3 years. Where would you get a bargain like that?
It's the best one in Johnson County, that's for sure.
And if they want to become active in the organization, they can do that too.
Absolutely.
So their committee, the parties are fun.
We have a party coming up in May that's once again particularly popular, but this is we call it a May Gala. And it's an orchestra. We'll have it in the big theater here at campus. And it's the Moonlight Serenade Orchestra, and they play music from the 40s and 50s. And we pack the house, and it's open seating, and we have refreshments just before we have the performance. So it's a great evening, and it's absolutely free to our
What better
members.
could they do? So as I say thank you to Carol Flynn for informing us and coming to visit and talking about the Brown and Gold Club, I would again urge you, if you're over 55, come and join us. Johnson County Community College has something for everyone. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you.
We'll see you at the party in May.